kids get into the holiday spirit just as much as you do. In fact, there's not a child around who hasn't wished for their own Christmas tree in their own room. With that in mind, we're letting them go at it. At our work table today, 3 ideas for a Christmas craft party using supplies you have on hand and making Christmas decorations that any child will love. Sarah Quilter is sharing her own experience here. I have to imagine, knowing you're creative, you're the creative mom at the head of it, you have kids who love to craft.
I do. They all love to craft. They all love to help decorate. And not a room in my house is untouched.
In fact, I understand these cute kiddos who are in our studio today and who we're calling out to any agent watching need to be in a Gap ad. They're
I
so
would love it.
darling.
Thank
They
you.
helped with the projects, right?
They did, yep. 4 of my 5 are here today, and they've all helped me with projects. They love holiday time because they know all the craft supplies nothing's off limits. We like to pull stuff out, use what we have. It's a good time at our house.
That's a happy house. Let's start with these trees that I just want to pet.
Yes.
You say they're so easy to do.
So easy to do. So these trees, I had actually purchased these tree forms at Hobby Lobby a couple years ago.
Okay.
They were in my storage unit, and like every Christmas I'd pull them out and not know what I was going to do with them, so they'd go back in for another year.
Okay.
And one year I was just kind of trying to decide what we wanted to do one night with the kids, and getting creative, I pulled out my yarn and decided just to wrap the trees, and then the ombre kind of effect came out, and
I love the
this
ombre.
was our finish. I know, I did too, and this
I
is
love
what we
the
came out with.
texture, and I love that it allows you to pull in a lot of different colors. So I
Yes.
get the winding part. How do you
Yes.
then affix it or fasten it together?
So all we did is start in one point with the color, and you can see ends and starts and stops here, but just a little hot glue to start, get it on there and wrap, and you can hot glue here and there, but the whole thing does not need to be glued.
Got it.
It's just a drop here and there when you kind of want it to stay in place and to cover up a bare spot. We went around and came back down and went around again.
Cute.
And the girls got to pick the colors for these trees go in their room.
And if you don't have the actual tree form, I imagine you could DIY with some cardboard or something.
Yes, which is what we did as well, because I had just the 2 tree forms.
Right.
And we wanted to make more of those. So this tree is actually just some cardboard. This time of year, with all the packages coming, all the boxes you have around the house.
Yeah, thank you, Amazon.
You have it, yes,
Right?
exactly. You can just reuse those. This one you can see up in there it's just from a box that I had.
Right.
And we just cut one triangle out, and then we traced that one 4 times and hot glued the edges together. This one is just 3-sided here and taped together. It really doesn't have to be hard.
Sweet. All right, tell us about craft number 2, these darling hoop projects.
So embroidery hoops are one of my favorite craft items. There's limitless things you can do with those. So we went ahead and just found, again, we had some kind of festive fabric that we had at the house, and kind of went through, picked out the embroidery floss that we like to go with it, and I had my girls draw on the fabric with a pencil. It's just light, it doesn't show up, different shapes and words. And after they're drawn, it's called a back stitch that my girls did, which just kind of followed the outline of the pencil. And that's what gave them the different colored shapes on there. And these are hung up, they hang on their walls. During the holidays, but like on the tree over here, my mom actually made these same exact thing. She made these as ornaments and put them on each of the grandchildren's gifts last Christmas.
I love that.
It is so cute, and it's just personal.
Yeah,
so
the
they make
ownership
great gifts.
they take too, and they're involved in the project.
Yes,
It's
so
really
fun.
sweet. Are the words tricky to do?
They're not tricky at all. This is my older daughter's been working on this one, the Rejoice. She wrote it right on here again. Anything you can draw on here, just remember you're going to have to be stitching it.
Right.
But anything you can draw, you can stitch. So this is one that she's been working on. She's kind of just got a few more branches to finish here, and then this will go on there.
Way to go. They look great. All right, craft idea number 3. You're really dipping into the deep stash for this, because you say anything you have can work with these darling houses.
Yes. Well, this one is actually just an old decor item I had from 15 years ago when we first got married. It was a barn red kind of folks art. It just didn't fit my decor that I have currently, but I love the shape of it. I love the idea, the light up, and I always liked having it in my home. And it was the same thing. Year after year, I'd put it back in storage and not use it. But when we were doing all of this and kind of decorating my girls' room, we decided, why not take it apart? We took the lights out and we spray painted it, added some glitter, kind of gave it that girly touch, and now it's a kind of fresh new decor item that they get to use in their room.
Sweet.
So anything you have, like reindeer figurines, anything you have like that, just take a can of spray paint to it, make it glittery, make it new again, and it will work for you.
And really, as you've proven, anything can be Christmas.
Yes,
any color, any shape, any item.
Yes,
You're
it's
the
so
queen
true.
of pulling off these stylish projects. I know, on a dime, and using what you have on hand. Where can people find more inspiration from you?
So my Instagram is Sarah Beth Designs. I like to post what I'm working on there. I post a lot of stuff with my kids as well, so it has a lot of good ideas
and fun
there.
parties. She's always planning and helping to host and decorate fun events. So
Crazy.
follow her online. We'll link you from our website to make it easy, studio5.ksl.com. Thanks to you, and thanks to your cute assistants over there. Merry Christmas, you guys. Merry Christmas, Sarah.
Thank you.